Morning nights. Is it morning? Evening? Afternoon? I don't know. Lost track of time in quarantine. But we got a great show planned for you guys today. My name's Iso Large. Today's May 1st, and you're watching Night TV. So thank you for joining me nights for another episode of At Home Night TV. You know, this stuff, it's a little hard to do a little night TV episode, it seems, without referencing the fact coronavirus is everywhere. And because of that, all of our schooling seems to have sort of, well, not shut down. We're kind of just at home, still doing the same work, still doing the same stuff. But some of us handle that a little better than others, I think. You know, some of us, we get a little stir crazy. We get bored. We get agitated. We don't know what to do with our time. We got so much of it. You know, that's some people. Me, I don't have that problem. I got my little buddy over here. Is a rabbit. His name's Alfie. Yeah, I talk to him every day. He prevents me from going insane. You should get one of these. It's great. He keeps you sane. But anyway, Governor Abbott had a different plan. Instead of just handing out bunnies, he decided he's actually going to open up some stuff, which is great. Meaning that restaurants, malls, that type of thing, those are going to open up, which is going to be awesome for some of us because that means we get to go outside, go to more locations, which are otherwise shut down, more opportunities, that kind of thing. But that is not to say coronavirus isn't still out there and that you should be careful. So, important thing is wear gloves and mask when you can. Same rules still apply. You don't want to be going crazy out there. Maintain 6 feet minimum. It's important. Farther if you can, but that's kind of hard to maintain, so I understand. On top of that, sanitizer, washing your hands, all those kinds of things, very important. Those are a given. You should be doing those anyway. And taking showers, man. Taking showers. Do not underestimate the power of showers. You do not want to be that guy who is not taking showers during a time like this. That's bad. You know who you are. Stop it. You know. Anyway, completely disregarding that. The important thing is, though, that we need to understand we are not the only ones going through this. There are several other people that are going through this, and we know a lot of them because a large group of those people are our teachers, right? When the schools close, the teachers have to go home too, so they're cooped up at home, same as us. And the thing is, those teachers, they love us so much, so much, so much. They really do love us. Anyway, but the point is, we need to understand what they're going through and see what's going on. So to give us more information on that, we've got our very own Lucas Oliveira speaking with Ms. Ventiker to give us the point of view of the teachers.
So, what's your name and what do you teach at Independence, please?
Debbie Ventiger. I teach American Studies, which is AP United States History and AP Language and Composition together. And then which is a junior level course. And then I also teach AP Human Geography, which is a freshman course.
Okay, so hello, nice. How are you doing today? I'm here with Ms. Ventiker, our American Studies teacher, and I'm going to ask her a few questions about what's her perspective on this whole e-learning thing and how she's getting through it. So, Ms. Ventiker, first I want to ask you, what has been the biggest change since we switched to e-learning?
Not seeing the kids. That's such a tough question to answer because in my opinion, like nothing has stayed the same other than like having the same students. I don't see my kids, the lessons are different. Even having like a Zoom meeting with my kids, I can't see their facial reactions or their facial expressions and see how they're, do they understand what I'm telling them? Do they not understand? There's so many things that's changed. I don't really know if I can pinpoint it on one thing.
Okay, I get it. And although there's a bad side to it, with not seeing your kids and everything, what improvements do you think that e-learning has brought, or for the students themselves? Have you been having a positive feedback?
Well, I think there's a couple things. Like I think probably one of the benefits of e-learning is the kids can do school on their own time, if they want to, because we have a lot of students who procrastinate, which is fine. If they want to wait till a Sunday night, they can wait till a Sunday night. If they want to get up at 8 a.m. and do it, I think just having that and being able to set their own schedule in such a unique time is really beneficial. For me personally, the benefit has been spending the time with my kids when it can be stressful at times, but it's been fun to not have to run my kids around all the time and just focus on school and going outside and just being kids.
Good, good. So you're talking about the students' routines. How has your routine changed in the matter of how you work and, making assignments and everything?
Um, I laugh because I don't really have a routine. As you saw probably before recording, my routine is just a minute by minute kind of thing. I've got a 4 and a 6-year-old, and the 6-year-old's in kindergarten, and it's one of those things that it's like, sometimes we do school in the morning for my kindergartner. Sometimes she doesn't want to do that. Or I have a Zoom meeting that I have to get to. So, I mean, a lot of things for me personally, like there's no real routine at all. It's just a matter of like, I got to kind of get it done.
Okay.
I might
Yeah,
be
got
staying
you.
up till 11 o'clock, but I got to get it done.
Yeah, got you. So we can wrap everything up. Do you have any final thoughts or anything you would like to mention to your students or anything like that?
I would just say give yourselves grace during this unique time and don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. This time can be really hard. Even as a 33-year-old adult, there are days where I lay down, I crushed today. And there are days where I lay down and I cry because it's hard. So reach out to people. I have my own friends that I text and I FaceTime if I'm having a good or a bad day. And I want, whether it's my students that I know personally or someone who has no idea that I even teach at Independence, I want them to know that we as teachers are here for you, and that if you are struggling, just reach out to somebody because we want to help however we can.
Okay, good, good. Thank you so much. So,
Yeah.
Knights, just make sure that if you need to talk to a teacher, their emails are on Canvas, or you can message them through Canvas. If you need to talk to a counselor, all the information is on the Frisco ISD website on the homepage. Thank you so much for the interview, Ms. Van Tiker. Hope we see you again.
Thank you, Lucas. We do appreciate that insight into the teacher's point of view and what they're going through during this time. Another important thing that we should go over during this period is in regards to AP exams and AP classes. Now, those of us in AP classes who've registered to take the exams know, or at least should know, that those exams are not going to be held in normal testing conditions like they normally are. In this particular case, we actually are going to be taking those exams either at home or somewhere else, anywhere you have a decent internet connection and have access to a laptop. We're going to be taking those tests online. Now, details on that you should have received in your email, so I highly recommend you go check your inbox for that information. But on top of that, one of the things you may not know is that because of the new system that they've implemented and because it's not been used before, College Board and the Advanced Placement Program have wanted to basically run a little mock exam type thing, just so kids get familiar with the system and how it works and what they can basically do on exam day to ensure that they don't mess up uploading their thing or something like that, which would be incredibly inconvenient after having just done a test. The date of that is May 4th. So I highly recommend, again, you guys you check your email. More information should be provided to you in there. If not, I highly recommend you contact either your teacher or your counselor and inquire about that to get more information on why you haven't been receiving those emails. But alternatively, more information on how those exams are going to take place can be found on the Advanced Placement YouTube channel. There's about a 5-minute video that explains how things are going to work. So if you want more information, you can also check that out. That will be incredibly beneficial to you. Now, I know that exam day is kind of stressful, so I wish all you guys good luck, and I hope you guys do amazing. You guys will do great. Don't stress. Exam day will be a breeze for you guys, or days in some of you guys' case. I know some of you brainy people out there, you've taken multiple AP exams. I commend you. Very talented people. There's a reason I'm in broadcast. Anyway, handing it over to Mr. Kevin Boscar with our next segment. It's complicated.
Welcome everyone to It's Complicated. I'm Vinny Mulopoli alongside Kevin Bosker and Shakar Pinham. How are we, guys?
Doing great as usual, Vinny.
Doing good.
Well, let's get right into it. The NFL draft was just a couple days ago, and it was conducted virtually due to the current COVID 19 situation. Let's just say there were some winners and there were some losers. So, Kevin, who do you think was a clear winner in this draft?
I got to give it to the Baltimore Ravens, who I think got maybe the steal of the draft in LSU linebacker Patrick Queen. The kid was a stud through that LSU dominant campaign, and him getting at pick 28, that was just incredible itself. I'm really surprised he fell that far in the draft. But overall, not just him, the Ravens did a great job in addressing almost every need they had in the draft. And their second pick, a running back in J.K. Dobbs, I mean, he's going to be great to be behind a great running back in Mark Ingram. And I could go on and talk about all their other picks too, but we are on a time frame. But overall, the Ravens did an amazing job in drafting. I mean, they're the clear winners of this draft, in my opinion.
Well, all right, Kevin. Shakar, who do you think was the loser in this draft?
I agree with you, Kevin. The Baltimore Ravens did have a good draft. Well, personally, I would have said the Eagles, but because of Hurts. But in terms of a loser, it's got to be the Green Bay Packers. As Adam Schefter said, that bad man turned into a sad man on that draft night. You haven't drafted. Last year, you get to the NFC Championship game. You're in a win-now mode. Aaron Rodgers is 36. And outside of Devontae Adams, all your receivers are undrafted free agents. So the thinking should be you should go get a receiver. But no, not if you're the Packers. No. Let's draft Aaron Rodgers' successor now when in championship mode, who's not going to help us win. And let's just not draft any receivers for the rest of the draft. Like, this franchise has never been about winning. All they've done throughout Aaron Rodgers' prime is they've never given him a defense. They've always expected him to carry the shoulders. And now it's the same thing. They show no gratitude to him, as in like, hey, thanks, Aaron. Now let's give you the stuff to win. Instead of like, no, you're the past. We're moving on to the future now. It's utterly ridiculous what I've seen that night. And I'm questioning my role as a Packers fan right now, quite honestly.
Well, let's move on to some international news. And to do that, let's invite our very own Zaim Yassir for his expert opinion.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Zaim. Well, one of the main discussions before European football shut down was who was the favorite to win the Champions League after Liverpool went down at Anfield. So I'll start with you, Zaim. What do you think?
I think, or I believe, is that Barcelona should be the next favorite, or is the next favorite after Liverpool, because Barcelona has been going head-to-head in their own Spanish league with their arch rival Real Madrid, and it's just a 2 points difference, but they're still ahead. And secondly, in the group stage of UEFA Champions League, before it being cancelling due to COVID-19, Barca had gained 14 points against two big teams, Dortmund and Inter Milan, which is a tough group compared to the one other teams had.
Well, let me put this disclaimer out there. This is just some guy we picked up off the street. He's not actually qualified to talk about this stuff. I'm kidding. Good to see you, Zaim. First time on the show. And unfortunately, like Kevin, you start off with an L. Barca is not the favorites. That defense has been leaking goals for years now, especially in Champions League second legs. It's no matter how much of a gap Lionel Messi builds in that first leg, it doesn't matter because Barcelona have been mentally scarred in second leg Champions League games, giving up 3-0 leads, 4-0 leads, and 9 board members just walked out last month. So there's turmoil in Catalonia right now. And despite Lionel Messi being the best player I've ever seen, I don't think it's enough for him to overcome. It certainly hasn't been enough in recent years. But the team I'll go with is Paris Saint-Germain. The whole Neymar controversy has been pushed aside, and now he's committed to PSG, at least for now, or at least until the transfer window opens. But the point is he's still playing for PSG. And with that, Mbappe, Neymar, Cavani, Icardi, and Di Maria, you have 5 elite strikers there, or forwards, as they say. And so you can score goals. And you also have Thiago Silva and Marquinhos at the back. So you have a solid defense as well. You have a high-powered offense and you have a solid defense. I think with Liverpool out as well, I think they have the best chance to go forward simply because of the star talent they have up top. But good try though, Zaim.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week's edition of It's Complicated. Thank you for watching and tune in soon for more.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, on a side note, like I mentioned earlier, some of us were a little confused during this time. We're not sure exactly what to do. We got a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, a lot of things that we're worried about. I don't have that problem. I talk to my bunny pal all the time. Everything's all good on this side. But in all seriousness, though, if you do have any issues, any problems, any concerns, any comments, whatever it may be, our counselors are here to help us. Feel free, get in contact with them, start up a conversation, ask your concerns, your queries, whatever it is, anything that might be weighing on your head. We understand this is abnormal circumstance, so contacting them, asking them for help, it's completely normal, completely understandable. Shouldn't be ashamed to try and do that if you are having any problems. Even if you're not, shoot them an email sometimes saying, hey, how's it going? I hope you're having a good time. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you and your family are safe. I'm sure they'd really appreciate something like that. But alternatively, I think we should probably end on a happy note. So our broadcast teacher, Mr. Stephen Doherty, has gotten a promotion. He's going to be the broadcast production manager for the district of FISD, which means he is going to basically go to all of the schools in the district and make sure their broadcast program is just as awesome as ours. And you know you love us. You do. We know you do. We know. But anyway, he is going to have an awesome position monitoring all the broadcast positions in the district. And we are sad to lose him, but we do know he's going to have a great time at his new position, and we wish him the best of luck. If you are planning, though, however, to take a class with Mr. Doherty, he still is going to be teaching his class at the CTE Center, which is sports broadcast, for those of you interested. He's a great teacher. You'll have a great time. Highly recommend taking the class. Anyway, I think that's all for today. So thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you who didn't tune in, I'm offended. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm offended. Like somewhere in here, I'm sure there's a heart. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but somewhere in here, and it's hurt. It's hurt that you didn't do it. Anyway, just kidding. You guys have a good one. I hope you enjoy yourselves. Have a good day. And until the next Night TV episode, guys, keep it noble.